we're gonna have a little discussion. Yeah, it's that class I've been walking about, the no phone law.
Even when you come through,
I'm a
I
big
can
class
tell
clown.
that
So
it
then we
isn't
get to
you. So
my
baby,
third
bring it in
period. Yeah,
closely.
she seemed
Hate
like
the
she
way
was
I love you,
around
but you're so
today. It was
sweet.
super
I always find
awkward.
a way to say
She
the
was
wrong
T. I ain't gonna
things.
lie.
I wish that we
Nothing
were
that
laying
the
in the
first day
same
went the way
sheets,
that it
but
went.
lately.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Julie Too Pretty and I'm back. Today I'm giving y'all an update on what happened on the first day at my new school. Okay, so we're gonna have a little discussion about my first day at my new school while I take my makeup off, fix my hair, and wrap it up. We're gonna start from the very beginning, okay? All my family took me to my first day because, first day, I was nervous before, but I went to like a walk around the school and the teachers were so nice. Like they calmed me down so much. I was not nervous at all when I got to the school. They all came with me, told me goodbye, told me good luck, all those things. I love that. And as soon as I got there, I sat next to somebody. I asked to sit next to her, and I started asking her questions. I was like, are you new here? And she was like, no. And she's like, I'm a senior. I was like, ooh, girl, help me out here. So I needed her to tell me like T. I was like, okay, so what's going on with the dress code? I need you to show me my class. I need you to do this. And she was like, I got you. And then I also met a sophomore who was also new to school. So we were in the same boat. And they walking me to my class. That was cool. I actually that actually kicked me off, which was great. Like meeting them was great. I didn't have any classes with them unfortunately, but hopefully like I can get to know them better later on. Okay, so my first period was chemistry. You know when you have a class that you could just tell is going to be the most boring class out of the whole year? That's that class. For me, it's always first period for some reason. But yeah, it's that class. And it's not even the teacher because he's so sweet, like he's a sweetheart. It's the classroom because that class is so dead. It's not even funny. Like he has memes on the slideshow that the teachers do at the beginning of the year, and he was laughing at him, and I felt bad because like everybody looking at him like me mugging him down. And then what makes that class worse is that he's from Egypt, like he's a foreigner, and his accent is so freaking thick. It is so thick. It's beautiful though. It's beautiful. Like I'm not trying to down on anybody who has like accents from different countries, but it's so thick. And sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I do not understand what he's saying. Okay, I'd be lost in the sauce a little bit. But hopefully I'll be able to get through chemistry without it being a big problem. Y'all know in Texas, the no phone law, it is hard going without your phone. I had to do it in my school, but my school was still chill on it. Like it was really like my last school is still really chill on phones, but now it's a law and you can't like literally when we walked into school, like there was police at the door talking about put your phones up or we're gonna take them. I put my phone up so fast. Okay, on to my second period. Second period was super chill, super cool. It was social media marketing. That was my second period. A I met another senior in there. She was cool. She was like a theater person. She talked about theater a lot. I liked her. She was nice. She brought me to the cafeteria because when I walked to school, I did not get to see where the cafeteria was. And honestly, girls, I still don't know, but we're gonna figure it out. But there was this one little boy in that class trying to be a class clown, and he like wrote like there's rulers on our chair, so you can throw your chair around the room. And he rolled over and he just started staring at me, and I'm just like on the side of my face, and I side eyed him like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh my bad." And he goes back, and his friend is like, "Stop!" And he goes back and he's like, "How's your day been so far?" And I'm like, "It's fine." Like, what are you here for? Like, I'm confused. That was weird. I was just like, what are you doing? I hate when class clowns try to be funny and it's not even funny, it's just uncomfortable. Okay, so after that class, I go to lunch right after second period. So the girl that I met in that period, she showed me where the cafeteria was. So I got there, and when I'm not gonna lie, y'all, when I walked in that room, I was like, this cafeteria is so tiny, and they have like A, B, C, and I think it's just A, B, and C lunch. But I'm like, that must be why they split us up like that, because the cafeteria is it's not super tiny, but it's tinier than the cafeteria at my old school. And my school was this big. And then I sat next to a really quiet girly. I just was like, "Can I sit here?" And she was like, "Yeah, you can sit there." And I was like, "If you have people coming, don't be afraid to tell me, girl." And she was like, "No, you can sit there." So I um went to the bathroom, came back, and I started communicating. Like I started talking to her. But y'all, she was so quiet, and like she was so quiet, like I couldn't hear her talk. Like everybody was talking, of course it's loud and it's small, so it's louder, and everybody was talking, but like I could not hear her over everybody. I had to be like, say that again, hold on, say that again. But after a minute I realized like she's quiet, she doesn't want to talk right now, so I left her alone. And then there's this boy sitting next to me, so I started messing with him, being funny, you know, made him laugh a little bit. They were cool, they were nice, they were very welcoming. They said it was nice to meet me, and said it was nice to meet them. So I loved that. That was very, very sweet. I'm not sure that I have lunch money, or I'm even able to get lunch. The account that was used for my lunch number at my old school is the account that's being used at my new school, but with the new lunch number. And I'm not sure like if the money I put into that account is going to go to my new lunch number or the old lunch number. So I just brought those snacks that I had. I just ate them turbos and drank my drink. I really wasn't hungry. Like I barely ate anything. All I ate was half a bag of chips and some tea, and that's about it. And then there was this one cute girl who, when she passed by, I was like, "Girl, I love your skirt." And she was like, "Oh, I love your skirt too." And we was giggling, kikiing, and like we was like, "Oh, we twinning." And then she left for a minute, and when I tell y'all, I was turned away like this, talking to the boy next to me, and she grabbed my hand like this, looking at my nails. And I went, and she was just like, "Oh, I just wanted to say your nails were cute." I was just like, "Oh, thank you." But y'all, she scared me. Okay, so my third period is honors advanced English 2. When I tell y'all, she sound like she don't play about the grades. Okay, she sound like she do not play. She sound like she puts in a lot of work and hard projects. So when I tell y'all I have to crack down, because one thing I'm trying to get better at this year is my procrastination. And this year I have no excuse because I don't have a team right now. I'm doing training, but it's not the same. So um, yeah, I have no excuses. Oh, my thing fell off. I could still hear me. Oh no. Oh, the thing fell off. Oh, let me get that back on there. Hold on. But yeah, she seemed like she do not play. So I'm trying to get better at that, and especially in this class, I'm not going to be able to like mess around because, especially with dance, that's something that happened last year. And y'all, when I tell y'all, I got seated with a bunch of boys. Like I was the only girl at the table, and they all knew each other, and it wasn't awkward because like I really don't care. Um, and I could have moved, but I didn't because the classroom already seemed full. But it was whatever. But they was doing too much. And one little boy at the table decided just trying to be funny, decided to ask me, "Oh, is that your real hair?" Like, babes, what do you mean is that my real hair? I said, no. I said, why you acting like you don't know that? Trying to be funny. So that was weird. I did not like that. I did not mess with that. I think he was doing too much. Because even the whole class, he was trying to be class clown too. And I did not like that. Like, I did not like that. I met like another girl in that class. I met some other girls, but this one girl, so cute. She had like red locks. They were so tea. They were, twisted up in her little cute retwist. I think it was like barrel twist. And she was so tea. Her nails were tea. Her jewelry was tea. And I asked me to bring me to my next class because when I tell y'all my class, my last school was this big, and this other school is bigger than that. Like they have things called portables, and I never knew what that was. I remember my friend told me about them one time. I didn't understand it because I don't go to school like that. So, but she told me about them portables, and it's like like it's like a trailer, but it's a classroom outside, and it's a bunch of them outside. And I was like, "Girl, help me!" And she brought me to. She didn't bring me. She wasn't able to bring me to the direct class, but she brought me to where I go outside, and I didn't know where I was going, so I walked into the wrong class on purpose and asked the man to show me where the class was. So I'm not ashamed. I'm not, embarrassed. I need to know where I'm going. I'd be looking more embarrassed if I was walking around looking like a duck. Okay, so lastly, my fourth period, she was tea. I ain't gonna lie. Like at first, it was kind of boring, and ain't nobody was like, everybody was like, but she was tea at the end. And I definitely think that entrepreneurship, which my fourth period is entrepreneurship, I think that's going to be one of my favorite classes this year. She seems super super chill. Her classroom is super super chill. She is the only class I have in the portable outside, but her classroom is chill, and she has couches and everything, and she seems super super nice. She seems like she could teach me a lot about business, so I'm cool with all that whole situation. And then, like I said in the beginning, it was super awkward, and then she made us play this awkward freaking game where it was like you say your name and you say uh something that goes with the first letter of your name. So I said Juliana Jax, like the game. I know everybody, barely anybody got it, but I just said it because I couldn't find anything to start with J, because somebody took jump and Jaguar. So I just picked Jax. And like you had to go around the circle, and then you had to remember everybody's before you. So one person goes and the next person goes, but they gotta remember yours, and then they say theirs, and then the same thing goes with on. And really nobody could remember, and it was so freaking awkward and funny at the same time. Like I just was like, sit down, let's sit down, please. I was just, oh my goodness. After that, we wrote, like on a get to know you page. Of course, teachers do that a lot. She was actually the only teacher that did that to me, which is crazy because usually teachers like do that every single time. But she was the only teacher who had one. And then after we did the get to know you page and turn that in, we did where y'all have like it's kind of like a bingo sheet where it's like stuff that people have done. So it's like, been out the country, has a dog, broke a bone, plays a sport, all that stuff. And then you go around the class and you ask somebody if they've done one of those things, and they write their name on it, and you scribble it out, and you go to the next person. And like you fill it all up. And she gave us candy for doing that. And then finally after that, we just played card games. I played Uno, y'all. I know my family watches this, so y'all know we religiously play Uno in this household, okay? So I know how to win, and I know how to shuffle. And there were these boys that had the Uno cards, and of course your girl want to play Uno because number one, that's all I know how to play. Because she had like regular card games, and I don't know how to play regular card games like spades and blackjack. Y'all can miss me with that, okay? She had Uno, but the boys had, and I was like, "Can I play with y'all?" And they was like, "Yes." And a girl that I met in that class also was like, "I'm gonna play too." So I was like, "Cool." And I shuffled the cards, and I don't know why, y'all, my hands were shaking so bad. There was this one boy, and he was like, I was like, "I'm sorry, y'all, my hands are shaking." And he's like, "Are you nervous?" I was like, "No." Because like, what's there to be nervous for? But I just have bad shaking hands anyways. Like I have bad like control over my hands sometimes, or like my feet. Like I'll just be like moving my feet all the time. So I pass out the cards, and y'all, of course, your girl wins the first round because I'm just like that, and they get salty about it, like trying to cheat and everything. Like, y'all, have y'all done like stacking on top of somebody else's cards? Like, I know I don't do that in my house. Like, Who does that? They started stacking on top of everybody else's cards and made me draw 14 cards. Like, y'all are just cheating at this point. And the boy who was like, "Are you nervous?" He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat you." Like, I already beat you. And I say, y'all don't know how to play, because I know how to play some Uno, okay? I know how to play some Uno now. But now I'm fin to get my pajamas on and head to bed. I am excited for the next day. I'm gonna probably do like a week of my school fits thing tomorrow. So a lot more videos coming your way. So don't be afraid to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Keep up with the channel, keep up with the videos. But yeah, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I got my pajamas on and I'm ready to go to bed. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I love y'all all. If you made it to the end of the video, y'all need to be subscribed, okay? There's no reason why you should be making it to the end of this video and not be subscribed. I got a lot more back to school videos coming out. I want to bring them out like this so y'all have time to watch them and, you know, keep your interest in them. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please watch my other videos on my channel and look out for more to come. I'm out. I will see y'all in the next one.
Hey, run up on big dough, you want, I bet your ass be on the floor. Big carbon here like Mayweather, Tula come through and blow a hoe. Got millions out that rap shit, they hate a bitch.